Hello parents, Grace here with Amazing Parenting. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of you who have subscribed. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, or at least consider subscribing. Leave a thumbs up and go ahead and leave a comment below if you've got any questions as well. In today's session, we're going to be talking about, should your child go to university? I'll be right back. Okay, let's get right into it. Should your child go to university? As our children are getting older, it's time to be thinking about university, work, apprenticeships, and what would be best for your child. So there's 3 areas I want us to look at. The first area is, what do you want? You as the parent, what do you want? Now, obviously, you want the best for your child. You want them to make the best decisions. You want them to make the best choices. You want them to go to uni because you believe that will give them the best chances in life as they go on through their life, which is fantastic. Okay, the second area is, what does your child want? What do they see for their future? And because what you don't want to do is put pressure on your child to go to uni. So this area we're going to look at is, what does your child want? And this is where we as parents, we need to stop and listen and hear what they think that they want for their futures. Because it's all well and good we saying what we want for them, what we expecting them to do, but we need to stop and listen and hear what they want. Let them shine light on our understanding of where they want to go. And sometimes when we stop and listen to them, it helps us to highlight areas for them that they may not have looked at, that they may have not thought about. So it's important that we hear what they want to do for their future. Do they want to go to university? Do they want to do an apprentice? Do they want to go to work? Do they want to have a scholarship? Is there scholarships available in the areas of their endeavors? So it's very important that we hear what our children want to do concerning university. And let's face it, by the time our children are going to university, they're young adults. So they're going to make their choices and live by the consequences. So it's for us as parents to guide them and show them and help them, and not to just superimpose what we want on the children. Now, when our children talk about not wanting to go to uni, so this is the third area where we want to be able to see eye to eye. So what do we both want? So if you want your child to go to university and they want to go to university, great, you're both on the same page. But if you want your child to go to university and they don't want to go to university, there has to be some form of compromise. You don't want to be at loggerheads with your child over university. You don't want there to be a bone of contention because you want your child to go to university and they don't want to go. So it's really important that you are listening to what they want and they're hearing why you want them to go to university. And I've spoken to many parents who have older children who are in this arena, and the child wants to stay home and practice what it is they're doing, whether it's sport, they want to maybe have a sports scholarship. Maybe they want to go into work. They want to do work experience. They want to do a course at home. They don't want to physically go to university. So these are the areas that you talk about with your child, so you can both come to an understanding and an agreement. Because I've seen cases where parents have forced their children to go to university. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to force your child to go to university. And for 4 years, they learn nothing. All they do is smoke weed, drink Smirnoff Ice, and get girls pregnant. That's not your idea of your child going to university. But if we force our children into a corner where they feel obligated to us as parents to just do what dad says, just do what mum says, then we may be setting them up to fail. We may be setting them up to get to an area where they don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing. Your child may finish school and want to take a year out. These are areas you need to discuss and talk about with your spouse, with your child, so they can understand that you two are looking out for their future. It's so important that university isn't something that is the be all and end all. If your child doesn't go, that's it. That's the end of their future. What the world is looking for now are innovators, creators, people that can disrupt industries. So that doesn't always necessarily come with a PhD. That doesn't always come with a degree. Yes, those things can help. But if you have a PhD with no creativity, no innovation, where will it take you? So the world is looking for experts. The world is looking for people who are the best in their field. And that's what you want your child to attain to. That's what you want your child to grasp. That's what you want your child to reach. Gone are the years where you get a job and you stay there for 50 years. And at the end of it, retirement, they give you a gold watch. Those days have gone, long gone. We have to put our children in positions where they can last. They can leave a legacy for those that are coming up behind them. And that doesn't always mean university. That doesn't always mean that your child is going the route that you went. I speak to parents who are highly educated and they expect their children to follow that same route of higher education, college, university, masters, PhDs. And the child wants to be a sports person. The child wants to be an artist. The child wants to do something else other than academics. As parents, we need to take a step back and understand where the world is now and where the world is going. What the future looks like for our children the next 10 years, the next 20 years. What that looks like. We have to be comfortable and know that our children are attaining the things that they are gifted to do. Nobody wants to chase something that they're not good at. Nobody wants to chase something because they've been told to chase that. That doesn't mean you don't talk to your child about what you think will be a good thing to get into, or what you think the child's area they could look into getting into. It doesn't mean you don't talk to your child about, what you want them to do. But don't be oppressive when it comes to your child going to university. Don't be so dogmatic in, well, for the last 5 generations in this family, we have all gone to university. Therefore, you all have to go to university. And like I said, you might be very academic. You've got 4 children and 3 of them are very academic. And one of them wants to sing. One of them wants to play the piano. One of them wants to join the world's orchestra. Don't look down on those things. Don't make your child feel bad because they're not academic. Don't make your child feel bad because they don't want to go to university. They want to finish school and they want to go to work. These are areas that we don't make our children feel inferior because they're not going to university. These are areas that we talk to our children about so they don't feel like, oh, their friends are going to university, I'm not going, therefore there's something wrong with me. I don't want to go that route, therefore there must be something wrong with me. And they start second guessing who they are. They start second guessing their personality. They start second guessing their future. That's not what you want for your child. And when we talk about our children coming to the end of their school life and them reaching 18 and what they're going to do with their life, we're not saying, by any means am I saying your child should just stay home, wake up 2 o'clock in the afternoon and be playing PlayStation and scrolling on their phone because they're not going to uni. No. From the time your child is starting secondary school, you need to be telling them, come 18, you have 2 choices. You're either in full-time education or you're working. Nobody's just lounging around in the house, eating everything that they can see. So we have to strike that balance in, yes, university is great for some children. You have to ask yourself, is it good for my child? Your particular child, because like I said, you may have 4. 2 of them may go to university, 1 may go into entrepreneurship, 1 may do a scholarship, one may do work experience. It depends what that child has as their gifting will determine where they want to go in life. So it's important that as parents we are listening. Those 3 areas. Yes, what do you want as the parent? What does your child want? And together, what do you both want? You don't want to be fighting about where your child wants to be in the future. So I hope that helps you understand how and where your child might be at when it comes to university. You want them to be able to come to you and talk about it and not think, oh God, if I tell my dad I don't want to go uni, that's going to be it. They're going to start shouting and screaming. No. So use this time to talk to your older children about what it is they want out of life and how are they going to get there. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Leave a comment below, share this video and give me a thumbs up. And remember, all parents can be great parents. It's a journey and we will get there. Thank you.